You've spent the last 3 years telling yourself you're figuring it out. But when you look at your bank balance and the way you spent last Tuesday, you know the truth is much uglier. You aren't figuring anything out. You're just waiting for a version of yourself to show up that doesn't actually exist. You're waiting for a feeling, a spark, a sign, a sudden burst of clarity that will finally make the work feel easy. It won't. In this video, you will learn that the people you envy don't have more talent than you. They just stop negotiating with their own comfort. You're sitting there right now. Maybe you're in bed. Maybe you're on the bus. You're scrolling. Your thumb moves with a muscle memory that should scare you. You see the success of others, and you feel that little sting in your chest. That's not inspiration. It's resentment. It's the realization that they are living the life you promised yourself 5 years ago. You tell yourself you're busy. You respond to emails. You research. You watch another video about how to start. You're addicted to the feeling of being productive without actually producing anything. It's a quiet, slow-motion suicide. Every day you wake up and do the bare minimum to keep your current life afloat is a day you've decided that your dreams aren't worth the discomfort of a long afternoon. The rooms you want to be and stay closed to you because you're still acting like a guest in your own life. You treat your work like a chore your parents assigned you. You do enough to not get fired, or enough to feel like you tried, and then you reward yourself with 4 hours of mindless consumption. You're trading your potential for a hit of dopamine that wears off before you even fall asleep. Think about the way you look at money. You see it as a reward for suffering. You think, if I work hard for 8 hours, I deserve to buy this, or I deserve to relax. You see work as a tax you pay to live. The wealthy, the ones who actually built it, not the ones playing dress-up on Instagram. They don't see it that way. They don't see work as a sacrifice of their time. They see it as the highest form of their own agency. To them, a job isn't a place you go. It's a problem you solve. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the check. You're still looking for a boss or a system to tell you what you're worth. But the truth is, the market doesn't care about your effort. It doesn't care that you stayed up late or that you're trying your best. The market only cares about value. And right now, you aren't providing enough of it to justify the life you want. Your real enemy isn't the economy. It isn't your upbringing or the fact that you didn't go to the right school. Your enemy is the silent deal you make with yourself every morning at 7 a.m. When you hit snooze, it's the lie that says, I'll start when I have more information. It's the lie that says, I just need to find my passion first. Passion is for amateurs. Professionals show up because they said they would. You've become a master of the soft start. You prepare to work. You organize your desk. You make a coffee. You check your notifications one last time. By the time you're actually ready to do something meaningful, your brain is already tired from the performative act of being ready. You are leaking time like a cracked pipe, and you're acting like you have an infinite supply. Take a look at your last month. If every month for the next 10 years looks exactly like the last 30 days, where do you end up? Honestly, don't lie to yourself. You'll be in the same room with the same frustrations, just 10 years older and a lot more bitter. The future you isn't going to save you. There is no version of you in 2030 that magically has more discipline than you have today. The people who own the world see work as a craft. They see a business as a machine they are building. You see it as a prison. You're trying to escape the very thing that is supposed to set you free. You want the freedom of wealth without the weight of the responsibility it requires. You think wealth is about having more. It's not. It's about being more. It's about being the kind of person who can handle the pressure, the boredom, and the repeated failures without looking for a way out. You've spent years avoiding the hard conversations with yourself. You stayed in the shallow end because you're afraid of the depth, but you're drowning anyway. You're drowning in mediocrity. You're drowning in the almost successful, almost started that business, almost saved that money. The almosts are what kill you. They are the ghosts of the person you could have been, and they are starting to crowd the room. Do you feel that? That tightness in your stomach? That's not anxiety. That's your potential screaming because you're suffocating it. It's tired of being ignored. It's tired of being traded for Netflix and cheap distractions. Time is the only thing you're actually spending. Every hour you spend wondering what if is an hour you've burned. You're standing in a burning building and you're complaining about the color of the wallpaper. Stop looking for the how-to. You already know how. You know exactly what you need to do. You've known for months. You just don't want to do it because it's going to hurt. It's going to be lonely. It's going to be boring for a very long time before it becomes exciting. The wealthy look at work and see a gain of leverage. They use their minds to move mountains. You're still trying to move dirt with your fingernails because you're too afraid to learn how to operate the machinery. You're stuck in the labor mindset, thinking that if you just sweat more, you'll get ahead. But sweating without a strategy is just a messy way to stay in the same place. You need to become cold about your time. You need to become surgical about your focus. The world is moving. People younger than you are building empires while you're debating which hustle is the most sustainable. The market is moving. Opportunities are closing. Every day you wait, the barrier to entry gets higher. The competition gets smarter. You think you have time. You don't. You're playing a game where the clock only counts down. There are no overtime periods. There is no reset button. When the quiet comes, back when you put your phone down and the screen goes black, you're left with the truth of who you are. And if that person doesn't scare you, you aren't paying attention. Wealth isn't a destination you arrive at. It's a side effect of how you choose to spend your Tuesday afternoons. It's the result of being the most competent person in the room. And competence is built in the dark, when no one is watching, and when you'd rather be doing literally anything else. You have the capacity to be formidable. You have the capacity to be the person who provides, who builds, who commands. But that person requires the death of the person you are right now. You cannot keep your current habits and your future dreams. They cannot coexist. One of them has to go. So, decide. Decide if the comfort of being fine is worth the cost of never knowing what you were actually capable of. Decide if you're okay with being a footnote in someone else's story. The door is open, but it's heavy, and no one is going to push it for you. The truth is, you don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. You don't need more why. You need more do. Stop waiting for the feeling. The feeling is a liar. The work is the only thing that's real. Go be real. If this conversation felt like it was happening inside your own head, stay. Like, subscribe, and share this with the person you were yesterday.